I'm here with Malcolm Hoenlein, CEO of Conference of Presidents. Mr. Hoenlein, you're a guest here at the President's Conference. The theme tonight is Facing Tomorrow. How can Israel face a better tomorrow, in your opinion?
I think Israel has every reason to be optimistic about the future. Israel has the infrastructure, the commitment, the knowledge, the talent base, the young people, the older people come together who understand they have a real sense of mission. They are committed to the state, and Jews always look forward. Even when we look back, it's in order to look forward. We don't get lost in the past. We use it as a guide to the future. So I think that Israel, given all the turmoil in the region, we see that there's one stable place, there's one democracy that comes through all of it. And you know what? I think many of the countries in the region are coming to appreciate that.
Now, the Israel-U.S. ties are very strong. What can you say about our ties with Europe? Europe has seen some anti-Semitism in the last few years. How can we face that?
Well, Europe has many problems, economic problems, its internal problems with immigration and integrating populations. I think that Israel's importance to Europe is becoming more and more known. We see it in the agreement signed with the EU. They really respect and want to benefit from Israel's technology, Israel's research, the advances that Israel has put forward in every field, and also the ties between the people. You know, too often political issues or those who seek to exploit situations use it to either against Jews or against the state of Israel with the campaign of delegitimization, which I think is very serious. Ultimately, they will find out that they're the ones who hurt when they threaten boycotts against Israel, when they can't benefit from companies doing business and with Israeli companies. Moreover, I think that the flux of the current situation, the globalization of issues, it's shifting all of the plates that we've been used to. So things will settle down. And I think Israel's role in the Mediterranean, Israel's role in the Eurasian Jewish community between Europe and Asia, in Israel's role in the whole world. You see how countries are flocking here from China, Africa, all over, because they see how much Israel has to offer.
Now, boycotts and delegitimization of Israel, is that the newest form of anti-Semitism in your opinion?
Absolutely. It doesn't mean people can't be critical of policies of Israel. But the idea, when they challenge Israel's right to exist, when they challenge the right of Israel to defend its citizens, when they make accusations and spread disinformation, misinformation, deliberate lies of all kinds that get picked up by the media, that undermine Israel's security, Israel's standing in the world, I think that there are things that cross a red line, and we have to stand up to it. The whole world has to stand up. The incitement that we see. Another film made for Ramadan talking about Muhammad's capture of Khaybar and the Jewish community that was destroyed there depicts Jews in the most horrific ways. That leads to incitement. That leads to actions. Then when we should not be surprised when there are terrorist attacks. And it's up to the whole world, the Western world, the Muslim world, to stand against it, because they too will be victims. But I believe that the campaign of delegitimization must be given serious attention. We have to understand it for what it is. Martin Luther King once said, we're not going to be judged by the actions of our enemies, but by the silence of our friends. This is a time when people, all of us, including Jews, have to stand up and say no more. We're not going to allow the demonization of the Jewish people and Israel as the corporate representation of the Jewish people. We're not going to have Israel judged by double standards. Higher standards we judge Israel by, but not double standards, and not things that jeopardize the security of future generations of Jews.
Malcolm Hoenlein, thank you very much.